Imagine being transported to a time when desserts were a symbol of wealth and status in British society. The story of English desserts is as rich and layered as a Victoria sponge cake, dating back to the Middle Ages. Back then, sweet treats were the preserve of the wealthy, often showcasing expensive ingredients like sugar, honey, and exotic spices. These delicacies were not just about taste, they were a sign of affluence and social standing. The evolution of English desserts has been a fascinating journey, with each era adding its own flavor to the mix. The Tudor period introduced marzipan, a sweet paste of sugar and ground almonds, while the Georgian era was known for its elaborate jellies and ices. But it was the Victorian era that truly revolutionized desserts as we know them today. The Victorian period was a golden age of dessert making, with many of the classic English desserts we know and love coming to the fore. Think of the plum pudding, the trifle, and of course the aforementioned Victoria sponge. The Victorians loved their sweets, and their influence on English desserts cannot be overstated. They introduced the concept of dessert as the grand finale of a meal, a tradition that continues to this day. But desserts in England are more than just the cherry on top of a meal. They have become an integral part of British culture, particularly during celebrations and gatherings. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without a rich, fruity Christmas pudding, and what's a birthday without a cake? From the humble biscuit enjoyed with a cup of tea, to the grand wedding cake that takes center stage at a marriage ceremony, desserts are woven into the fabric of English life. So while we may think of desserts as simply a sweet treat to enjoy after a meal, in England, they represent much more. They are a reflection of the nation's history, a testament to its culinary creativity, and a symbol of its love for celebration and tradition. As we've seen, desserts are more than just a sweet treat in England. They're part of the nation's rich cultural tapestry. The art of English desserts is as diverse as the country's history, each with its unique ingredients that make it special. The symphony of sweetness in English cuisine is orchestrated by a myriad of delightful desserts. Let's start with the classics. Puddings, quintessentially English, are not just one dish, but a whole genre of desserts. There's the rich and filling Christmas pudding, the creamy rice pudding, and the treacle sponge pudding that's a sweet sensation. Then we have tarts, another quintessentially English dessert, offering a delightful mix of textures. The crunch of the pastry, the sweet, tangy fruit filling, and sometimes a layer of creamy custard. Think of the Bakewell tart, a luscious layer of jam and almond frangipane, encased in a short crust pastry. Next, let's talk about scones, those small, round delicacies that are the heart and soul of the English tea time tradition. Whether they're plain, fruity or cheese, scones are always a treat, especially when slathered with clotted cream and strawberry jam. And of course, we can't forget cakes. Victoria sponge, Battenberg, and the decadent Black Forest gateau, these are just a few examples of the wide array of cakes that play a vital role in the English dessert scene. These desserts, though diverse, share common ingredients that form the foundation of English dessert making. Fruits, both fresh and dried, lend their natural sweetness and vibrant flavors. Cream, in its many forms, adds a richness that's hard to resist. Spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger give these dishes a warmth and depth. But what truly brings out the magic in these desserts is the use of fresh, high-quality ingredients. From the butter in the pastry to the fruit in the filling, every ingredient matters. The best English desserts are those where the ingredients are allowed to shine, their flavors and textures harmoniously coming together in each bite. The variety of English desserts and their ingredients is a testament to the country's culinary creativity and passion for quality. An English dessert buffet is a symphony of sweetness, a grand finale to any meal, and a celebration of the country's dessert-making tradition. In the heart of British culture, the concept of the dessert buffet holds a cherished spot. It's not just about indulging in a variety of sweet treats, it's about the experience, the journey through the rich tapestry of British culinary history, one spoonful at a time. It's a tradition that brings families and friends together, a testament to the British love for good food and communal dining. An English dessert buffet is akin to a sweet orchestra, with each dessert playing its unique part. Among the ensemble, you'll find classics such as the trifle, a layered masterpiece of sponge cake, fruit, custard, and whipped cream. It's a dessert that sings with color, texture, and flavor, a true crowd pleaser. Then there's the Eton mess, a melange of crushed meringue, whipped cream, and fresh strawberries. It's a dessert as delightfully chaotic as its name suggests, yet its taste is nothing short of harmonious. And let's not forget the sticky toffee pudding, a rich, moist sponge cake covered in a decadent toffee sauce. It's a dessert that's deeply indulgent, a testament to the British love for all things sweet and satisfying. But a dessert buffet is not just about the individual desserts, it's about the whole picture. The importance of presentation and arrangement cannot be overstated. Each dessert should be displayed in a way that adds to the overall visual appeal of the buffet. The colors, the shapes, the textures, they all come together to create a feast for the eyes. It's about creating a spectacle, a display that invites you to dig in and savor every bite. And so, the dessert buffet becomes an edible piece of art, a tableau of sweetness that's as visually stunning as it is delicious. It's a testament to the artistry of dessert making, a celebration of the diversity and richness of English desserts. A well-curated English dessert buffet is a feast for both the eyes and the palate, a sweet journey through England's culinary history. As we've journeyed through the history, types and buffet of English desserts, it's clear to see why they hold such a special place in British culture. We've explored the evolution of these sweet delicacies, tracing their roots back to the medieval era and watching them transform over the centuries into the mouth-watering morsels we know today. We've dived into the dazzling diversity of English desserts, from the creamy custard tarts to the rich and fruity Christmas pudding, each one a symphony of sweetness. We've dissected the ingredients that make these treats so tantalizing, understanding that it's not just about sugar, but a delicate balance of textures, flavors, and love. And finally, we've marveled at the grandeur of the English dessert buffet, a tradition that not only satisfies our sweet tooth, but also brings people together. Let's not forget the art and tradition behind these sweet treats. So next time you indulge in an English dessert, remember you're not just enjoying a sweet treat, but a piece of England's rich culinary heritage.